smack the baby in the bag and say, "I'm sorry."
Crowds stormed the embassy. 100 combat Marines were brought in to help Keene's men. There were too many Vietnamese and too few helicopters.
You had 19-year-old Marines deciding who lived and who died, who went and who didn't go.
Everything was unraveling. Evacuation of the Vietnamese was halted. With chaos on the ground, Keene and his men fled to a chopper pad atop the embassy, waiting to be rescued.
And suddenly it is on the rooftop, just two.
Just 11 of us. And we're watching this city go berserk. I went through the entire emotional gamut on that roof, from tears to being pissed off and ashamed.
Adding to their tension, a long night of not knowing if or when they would get out.
There were 17 divisions of North Vietnamese coming across the bridges into Saigon.
Finally, as the sun rose, their chopper appeared.
You could hear the whoop, 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 and this stupid silhouette, it looks like a flying frog.
The Marines took their own snapshot of their historic departure. That's Jim Keene in the back, giving his version of a final salute. It was over for the Americans, but not for the Vietnamese he'd left behind.
Now, I can't tell you how mortified I was doing this job when we knew that we were going to turn out the lights.
Keene is comfortably retired on Cape Cod, but not a day goes by that he doesn't think about the fall of Saigon.
I was ashamed, I was angry. I went to that war and never lost a fight the whole time I was there, and we lost the damn war.
For Jim Keene and the survivors, there are memories. For the 58,000 who died, there's a memorial. For Eye on America, I'm Phil Jones in Washington.
Amazing as it may seem, the same Bayer aspirin you take for muscle pain and backaches can actually help stop someone you love from dying if taken during a heart attack.
Peter?
That's why aspirin is the one pain reliever you should never be without. Talk to your doctor now.
They said you'll be okay.
Bayer, take it for pain, take it for life.
How come Joe Namath was more popular than Johnny Unitas? Both were great quarterbacks. Both jerseys hang in the Hall of Fame. But then, only one quarterback was ever seen on the sidelines wearing a full-length mink coat. The all-new Mitsubishi Montero. Nicely equipped at 31,000. Toughness meets style.
In case of fire, this is a good place to stand, unless you're a computer. One company that hosts web servers knows that, and Janus knows them. Before buying their stock, Janus went after every drop of information, right down to their fire extinguishers. Their system doesn't use water. It puts out fires without drowning computers. A minor detail? Not if it's your money. Get there. Janus Mutual Funds.
It's definitely an improvement over Tums.
In New Orleans, they're quick to love Maalox Quick Dissolve.
It's much faster, it's quicker.
Bada bing, bada boom. Fast, really fast.
Dissolved, it's out of my mouth, it's finished.
Presto, fast.
Maalox Quick Dissolve chewables dissolve so much faster and more completely than Tums, they leave less grit.
With the Tums, you kind of got to keep on chewing it and it gets stuck in the grooves of your teeth.
Nobody wants that.
And they contain more calcium than regular Tums. Maalox Quick Dissolve chewables. Quick dissolve your heartburn away.
I'm switching. I'm done.
From 1 Minute Maalox.
Meet the young survivor of an incredible attack by a raging bear. It's part of our Staying Alive series. Monday on The Early Show with Bryant Gumbel and Jane Clayson.
This is a test of the emergency alert system.
7,000 counts a day going over Bonneville, all spring Chinook.
110,000 have been counted going past the Bonneville Dam, the biggest run in more than 20 years. There's nothing fishy about those figures. All the salmon that go past the Bonneville Dam are counted as they go by these windows, sort of a salmon census.
A lot of people think a fish is a fish is a fish, but that's not true. They look.
Lucille Worsham is a fish counter. She's come to admire the determination of these salmon battling their way upstream to spawn.
You just click faster, the more fish.
Biologists credit the La Nina weather pattern. It's brought cool ocean temperatures that help produce the food salmon need. And plentiful La Nina rains in the northwest have kept rivers and streams full and healthy. So La Nina's wet weather is pretty good for fish?
Yes, correct. Might be hard on tourists, but it's good for fish.
So while La Nina lasts, fishermen are getting the salmon of their dreams.
They're the oiliest, richest fish there is.
And there's a lot of them.
Yep. Don't tell anybody that.
Oops, I guess I just did. John Blackston, CBS News on the Columbia River.
And that's the CBS Evening News for this Friday. Now here's a look at what's coming up Sunday on 60 Minutes.
All these men on death row sentenced to die for crimes they did not commit. Are there more like them? 60 Minutes, Sunday.
Dan Rather will be back in this chair again on Monday. I'm John Roberts, CBS News in New York. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again Sunday night. Have a good night.
For news 24 hours a day, CBS.com on the internet and on our interactive partner, America Online, at keyword CBS News.